Okay, so the Jags are coming off a bye week. They are red hot. As weird as it sounds, the thing that that I hate most in the NFL right now, which is NFL games overseas, is what actually got the Jags going this year. They got to play 2 games in a row there. They won both of those games, and it really did get them rolling. So that was kind of cool, to be honest with you, for them. But hey, if you're new to this channel, we're talking about the disrespect that the Jags just got, and it might seem small to others. It'll seem big, but if you're new to this channel, we are guys. We're Lions fans that love other teams that the national media kind of ignores. And quite frankly, when I'm searching around for even local media markets, there's not a ton on Jacksonville. So we've been covering them since the beginning of the year. We love the Jags. And we kind of go from there. But Sports Talk Detroit's our other channel. So if you like that, subscribe, comment on this. And in a second here, I want you to comment on, is this disrespect for the Jags? And I'm just going to show you this, then we're going to talk about it for a second. Jags are coming off a bye. So are the 49ers, by the way. But they have the 49ers in week 10. And if you'd put your attention right here, you will see that the San Francisco 49ers are a 2.5-point favorite in Vegas. This is Sportsline consensus odds to beat the Jags in Jacksonville, Duval. Okay. Am I missing something? So let's just look at a few facts here. Why I think this is just kind of a ridiculous statement. The Jacksonville Jaguars have won not 1, 2, 3, or even 4 games in a row. They've won 5 games in a row. Remember when the Jags started, they had a convincing win over the Colts. They lost to the Chiefs, understandable. And then they got spanked by the Texans, and they were 1-2, and everybody was worried about them. And then all they've done since then is gone on to beat the Falcons, the Bills. They beat the Colts again. They beat the Saints, and they beat the Steelers. And quite honestly, all of those victories have been pretty darn convincing. They've won 5 games in a row. They are playing in Jacksonville, and they are a 2-game dog to the San Francisco 49ers, who, while starting winning 5 in a row, have since gone on to lose 3 in a row. Their quarterback, Brock Purdy, all of a sudden is looking like a normal human again. He's gotten down off, what was it? He won like 11 games in a row or something like that to start his career, and now he's lost 3 in a row. He's shown that he can turn the ball over. These losses were at Cleveland, which at first it's like, well, Cleveland's a good team. They were the PJ Walker-led Cleveland Browns, not the Deshaun Watson. Okay, so it was not an offensive slugfest. Purdy barely threw for 100 yards in that game in the rain. It was kind of a nasty, ugly game. Then they go to Minnesota on Monday night, and they lose to the Vikings. Okay, that's interesting. Now, I understand the Vikings have won, 4 in a row, and they're 5-4 now, and all of a sudden they're kind of back in the hunt for wild card and maybe NFC North. Hey, again, we're Lions fans. Get out of here with that NFC North crap. That division runs through Detroit. But then they lost to the Bengals. But I understand. It's like, oh, yeah, well, everybody's losing to the Bengals right now. Yeah, but they lost to them convincingly. The Bengals dominated them. And so here you have a team that is coming off 5 wins in a row and had a bye, going against a team that has 3 losses in a row, has a bye. The game is at Jacksonville. So I'm just going to give you 2 sides of it. Tell me which team you'd pick if you didn't know the names of the teams. 6-2, winners of 5 in a row, home, coming off a bye. Another team, 5-3, have lost 3 in a row, coming off a bye, and on the road. If I don't give you the names of the teams, you never pick the team that's 5-3 with 3 losses in a row, coming off the bye, playing on the road. You don't pick that team ever. We always do this kind of in March Madness, right? Where you have the March Madness thing and they have your blind resumes. Every year in March, they do this where you have blind resume. Oh, what team would you take? And then you all of a sudden put the name on those teams, and it's just like, oh man, maybe North Carolina shouldn't make the tournament or whatever that looks like, right? And so this is, I think, one of those things. where I think Jacksonville's getting disrespected like they're a team that hasn't arrived yet. Here's what Jacksonville has. They have the better quarterback. Yes, I'm going to say that Trevor Lawrence is better than Brock Purdy. They have equal weapons. They are playing at home. I'm going to say they have better weapons, to be completely honest with you. I think I'd take Kirk and Ingram and Ridley and everything that you guys have going on there. I really would. I mean, I really would. All right. Not to mention ETN and the offensive line that you're throwing out there. I think I would take all of that on the offensive side, even over what the 49ers have. Because, yeah, they have McCaffrey, but everywhere else, I'd say, and I haven't even talked about Zay Jones. Like, I haven't even talked about Zay Jones. And the 49ers are coming in. Is Deebo Samuel even going to be healthy? So basically, you're down to, Ayuk, Kittle, McCaffrey, which isn't bad. Okay. But here's the thing that's been crazy about the Jacksonville Jaguars this year. Their defense is what's carrying the workload for them. Their defense, according to PFF, is ranked 8th in the NFL. The offense is 19th. The offense is 19th. And this is a little area where you might be able to start saying, okay, maybe San Francisco, because they have the first-ranked defense and the fourth-ranked offense. The problem is all that was happening in the first 5 weeks. That is not the team we've seen for the last month. Now, do I expect Shanahan to get things right over a bye week? Of course I do. But Jacksonville's got a pretty good coach of their own. And what I'm starting to see, if you're watching the games like I'm watching the games, what I'm seeing is Trevor Lawrence get better and better and better as the season continues. I'm seeing him get more comfortable. And this is what he did last year too. He's just doing it even earlier. Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow. What is with those guys? Slow starts and then they go nuts, right? And that's what you want to see. And I do think Trevor Lawrence is a very good quarterback. And so if he plays well in this game, San Francisco, look out. And also, teams have been running the ball on the 49ers, believe it or not. So ETN, heavy dose. Like, that's the thing about this Jacksonville offense. No matter what a defense does, no matter what a defense can do, Jacksonville can absolutely match it. They have speed everywhere. So if the 49ers are going to be like, hey, we have phenomenal edge rushers, which they do, and Jacksonville says, all right, fine, we'll go to the running game and the short passing game all day. You like Calvin Ridley in space? You like Kirk in space? You like Ingram in space? You like ETN in space? I like all those guys in space. I like all those guys making people miss tackles. I like those guys getting yards after catch. I'm good with it. Is there a blueprint for how to stop the Colts offense or the Colts? I don't know why I said the Colts. Probably because I'm looking at the schedule and saw the Colts. Is there a blueprint for stopping the San Francisco offense now? Yeah. Fully make Brock Purdy beat you. So anyways, I think there's some things that I think there was some disrespect. Let me know if you agree with that. Hey, subscribe for more Jags content. We love throwing it out there. We just need you guys watching. So thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.